Welcome to my MK Mobile Play. Welcome to my MK Mobile channel. Um, Today we're going to try to do a bit about talent tree for beginners. Most beginners have difficulty in setting up their talent trees, and for you to get your talent trees, you first need to do the Shao Kahn tour. Now, the Shakan tour offer you talent trees, max of 100 at your first trial. So, this year is your talent tree. Now, this is just it's useless now because I've actually completed the this is my top tier account, so I've already completed that but for beginners you have to complete Shao Kahn tour for the first time. You get your 100 talent trees and then you complete it again to get Shao Kahn max, so you get the remaining two. So we give you the 102 talent trees. So that is what you have to set up your talent trees. So for a game, your day-to-day playing, my day-to-day playing, this is the setup I use on my talent trees because I'm an attacking player. I don't believe in defense, so you might only just see only debuff. That's what I use on defense. So in my attack, that is the offense, lion stance, that is what I use. Your lion stance to increase your basic attack. So your basic attack of your overall player increases. Then the precisions, yes, to improve your combo ender, to be able to perform brutality often, and linkway to storage, that is for your critical damage boost. I like to call it LKT. It improves your critical damage boost. So you have to be watchful what you use mostly, so that you don't exhaust your talent trees on what you don't need. So based on what you need, so you can retweak it based on what you need and based on the opponent you're facing. Now, rapid response. I use that because I use special one a lot. Some people, if you have Scorpion as your top tier player you're using, you should go for exposing weakness and stronghold. Yeah, when I'm using all the Scorpions, I go for this 3 for only Scorpion. Yeah, I use Scorpion day to day. MK11 Scorpion, that is my number one player that I use in all my my gameplay, almost all, depend on the tour I'm playing. So you need to use that, but for me, I choose rapid response because I use special one a lot. Then cruel fiction, basically for using scorpions, you need this, so it's going to give the fire dot and the blood and poison dot extra effect. And then you increase your unblockable damage boost. You increase it because you of course use unblockable to make fighting easy, so you need to add that too. But some people prefer lightning blow. Lightning blow is okay because it gives you like around 9% 9% chances, which is quite little, and it might come sometimes and it might not, so depend on. But in the boss fight it's quite good, but you won't you most likely need it all the time. So you go for special, and then that's your brutality. You have to max that so that you could be able to, it's guarantee you do special. And then so in my defense, only Oxtans give you that 20% debuff standard, so it helps you in the game fight. So in my support, Oxtans power generations, the 10%, you have the 10% max. Then some people always confused about SOT. SOT gives you 20% increase. That is for teammate that tags in. So on your taggings for 10 seconds, you have 20% increase, and you have a 10 from all stands, which gives you 30%. And depending on the card you apply to your player, so marks you could have per match. 50%, that's a lot. So some people always debate about teamwork. Teamwork is good also because that gives you like 10% 10% power generations refundable to teammate that is not active. So which means if I perform any special attacks, 10% of it goes to inactive teammate. But I like SOT, so I maxed it out. Warlock, if you're using any regeneration um player, like you're using cameo, reptile cameo, or you're using Cybot, Dark Knight cameo, yeah, all those regeneration cameo, you need to increase this to a favorable amount, so 22%. So that's nice, and you have to choose it of well, I always have a debate of choosing it out of meditations or combat veterans, but I do choose meditations because I use special one a lot, and some will actually choose triple resistance, but then the total point given for total percentage is relatively low, so you have a debuff of 20%, so you might not be worried about cripple resistance because it's not often that it appears in the game, or you don't meet character that use that a lot. But you quite depend on the character you're facing. So, but this is I choose meditation because I use special one a lot and it reserves some power after I finish all my special one. And slippery one, I hit snare in the game. I hit snare, so I have to include a 12% resistance to snare. So adding to my already having 20%, so that is 32% resistance against snare. So that is a good one. And yeah, you can talk about conditioning for you that use special 2 a lot too, so that will give you like around 12%. So, and weak point, power drain, if you are a fan of raiding, injustice 2 raiding, you should, or you are a fan of Johnny Cage, Combat Cup, you should actually use weak point. That will be a good one for you. But then you can either one is good. So centers, I like this because it actually give me reserve 6% of power after any specials that I did, and so that's a good one. And that is all on my talent tree. And you could have so many talent trees saved, like I have different preset of talent trees here, depend on any boss you are fighting. You have for crit, you have for, so you can save as many and choose any one that fits your gameplay. So, but this is my day-to-day talent trees, and we're gonna be seeing on another one. Have a lovely day.